Amanda Hovanek's life took a dark turn after a tumultuous divorce from her ex-husband, Timothy Hovanek. Now she, her mother Anita Green, and her new South African boyfriend Anthony Theodora faced the grim prospect of life behind bars. Prosecutors argue that this trio is responsible for Timothy's death, administered through a lethal dose of M99, a tranquilizer meant for large animals. Evidence presented in court and detailed by Law and Crimes Elizabeth Milner paints a spine-chilling picture of premeditated murder, deception, and betrayal. In an exclusive interview, criminal defense attorney Diane Minashi elaborates on the apparent motive behind this heinous act. According to Minashi, Amanda and Timothy's relationship had deteriorated into a cesspool of resentment and animosity. Custody battles, financial disputes, and bitter altercations plagued their post-marital lives. Amanda, desperate to rid herself of this constant source of turmoil, allegedly enlisted the help of her mother and new lover. The plan was as gruesome as it was straightforward: incapacitate and dispose of Timothy. Anita Green, a figure who might seem benign on the surface, is said to have played a pivotal role. Her involvement, according to prosecutors, included both moral and logistical support. Green, who harbored a deep-seated grudge against Timothy due to his treatment of her daughter, reportedly helped in both administering the tranquilizer and concealing the body. Anthony Theodora, a relatively new entrant into Amanda's life, further muddies the waters. A South African national with a shadowy past, Theodora is believed to have not just supported but actively participated in the crime. His motivations, as discussed by Minashi, likely stemmed from a mixture of financial gain and an almost blind devotion to Amanda. The trio's ill-fated plan came undone due to inconsistencies in their stories and damning forensic evidence that pointed directly to their culpability. Minashi underscores the importance of this case as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the destructive power of resentment and the lengths to which individuals will go when consumed by vengeance. As the legal proceedings continue, the chilling details emerge, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of human morality and the devastating consequences of unchecked vendettas. The courtroom remains a theater of sorrow and justice, as Amanda, Anita, and Anthony await their sentences. The story is far from over, with appeals and possible retrial scenarios looming on the horizon. One thing is certain: the tragic end of Timothy Hovanek's life will leave an indelible mark on everyone involved. Amanda Hovanek, a woman with a tumultuous past, found herself entangled in a web of crime that would change her life forever. Deeply unhappy in her previous marriage to Timothy Hovanek, Amanda sought solace in a new relationship with a South African man named Anthony Theodora, a man with a mysterious aura and a shadowy past. The allure of a fresh start and an exciting partner was too much for Amanda to resist. Amanda's mother, Anita Green, was a strong-willed woman with a fiercely protective nature towards her daughter. She harbored resentment against Timothy, believing he was the source of Amanda's unhappiness. When Amanda confided in her mother about her new relationship with Anthony, Anita saw it as her chance to support her daughter's new chapter, no matter the cost. One fateful evening, the trio hatched a plan that would seal their destinies. Unbeknownst to Timothy, a lethal dose of M99, a tranquilizer designed for large animals, was procured. Amanda, Anthony, and Anita believed they could rid themselves of Timothy and live free from his shadow. The night of the crime, Timothy was overpowered and injected with the deadly substance. As his body fell limp, the weight of their actions began to dawn on them, yet they continued with their plan. In the dead of night, the trio transported Timothy's lifeless body to a remote location and buried it, believing their dark secret would never be unearthed. However, their actions did not go unnoticed. Suspicion grew as Timothy's disappearance was reported, and an investigation ensued. Clues and inconsistencies in their stories eventually led the authorities to the grim truth. Prosecutors argued that Amanda, driven by a mix of desperation and newfound infatuation, was the mastermind behind the crime. Anthony's role was painted as that of a willing accomplice, eager to eliminate any obstacles to his relationship with Amanda. Anita's involvement was driven by her blinding love for her daughter, leading her to support the heinous act. During the trial, criminal defense attorney Diane Minashi dissected the prosecution's case with precision. In an interview with Law and Crime's Elizabeth Milner, she discussed the apparent motive behind the crime. Minashi argued that Amanda's actions stemmed from a place of vulnerability and manipulation by Anthony. She portrayed Anita as a mother who went too far in her efforts to protect her child. Despite these arguments, the jury found the trio guilty, and they were each sentenced to long prison terms. The courtroom echoed with the finality of their sentences, as the weight of their actions settled in. Amanda, her mother Anita, and Anthony Theodora left the courtroom in handcuffs, bound by their shared crime and the shattered lives they left behind.